What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Josh right here. Wednesday. Happy hump day, everybody. I just had a few thoughts, and I wanted to share with you guys real quick. And it's about change, and specifically about making a change in your life, or trying to commit to something that you haven't really done before, or you're trying to do something new, you know what I mean? Maybe trying to start a new workout, trying to quit smoking or something, you know what I mean? Maybe trying to quit cussing, like a bad habit, trying to stop doing something, man. Or maybe you're just trying to stop putting the milk back in the fridge with just like 2 drops, just stuff like that, you know what I mean? You got to be committed. And the first step, I believe, is you got to believe. You just got to believe that change is possible, and retraining your mind and the thought process that you have when you are faced with those beliefs is truly important. Because if you come to something, you say, oh, you got a cigarette, first thing you thought, oh, I need a cigarette, you know what I mean? You got to change that thought process, first of all. First thing, when you're stressed out, of course you're going to go for a cigarette. You tell yourself, I'm stressed, I need a cigarette. Number one, don't do that. Instead, change your thought process and be more like this. Would a cigarette actually help my stress? Or in turn, give me more long-term problems? Like, I don't know, lung cancer, cancer in the throat or whatever, you know what I mean? That's the police over there. Don't worry about that shit, man. And it's a thought process. It's the process of thinking. First comes the thought. I am stressed. That is the problem. First you come up with the problem. And your solution would be to smoke a cigarette. But then you're left with the conclusion. Now you got bad breath. You might have cancer. You might have, yellow teeth. It's nasty ass shit, alright? So instead, maybe think of the solution first. Tell yourself what you want to gain from losing your stress. Say, I don't want to be stressed anymore because I need it. I need to be able to focus on my work. If I'm stressed, the focusing doesn't come as easy. Things like that. Give yourself a solution first. What do you want out of the situation? Okay, you're stressed. A cigarette's not going to change that. You're going to smoke a cigarette. Your stress is going to be gone for 5 minutes, and you're going to go back to being stressed. Instead, think of, what can I do today to prevent me from having stress tomorrow? That's another one you can do. And then number 3, general, just stop hanging out with those bad associations, bad people, those people who are always doing those same things that you're trying to get rid of. Let's say you hang out with a bunch of housewives who gossip, and you're trying to stop being a little gossiper. You know who you are. Well, maybe, just maybe, you would stop gossiping if you didn't hang around all the gossipers. Like, people who gossip, talk. A surefire way to keep a good change is to detach yourself from that of which you want to change. You want to stop smoking? Stop going to the Circle K. Go to the Circle K with $2. Don't go with $20 bill because you're just going to buy cigarettes. Go with $2 so you can get yourself a soda, a bag of chips, and go. Now you ain't got no temptation to buy no cigarettes. Yeah, you can ask somebody, but then you just look like a bum. You know what I mean? Who wants to look like a bum all the time? Not me. So detaching yourself from the change that that part of the change that you want to, lose, is a good way to make that change and to keep it going. Pretty soon it'll become a habit. That's number 4. Make change a habit. If you wake up every morning and you say, Oh, I woke up, I need a cigarette. That's your habit. Your ritual, if you will. You wake up, you smoke a cigarette, change it. Change it. Easiest way to change it, thought process, take away all the bad that you wish to change. You know what I mean? And commit. Wake up in the morning and say, I can have a cigarette. That's not what I want. Change your process of thinking. Instead of telling yourself, I want, tell yourself that's not what you want. Find your conclusion of what you want and tell yourself what you're doing is not what you want. Because it's not getting you where you want to be. It's not giving you any pleasure, any, peace of mind. It's not going to put any money in your pocket or anything. Make a change.